When are we going to start serious in this state about pricing all of us out of Illinois? People can't live here anymore. Gentlemen, that's nonsense. The only way you lower prices on a supply-demand curve, which is exactly what power is by putting more electrons on the grid. By putting more electrons on the grid, you lower prices. You don't lower prices by closing power plants. This does nothing to reopen the power plants that are closed. This does nothing to replace the generator that is now left to Texas that Senator Bryant mentioned. This does nothing to protect homeowners from having these things put up in their backyards. But let me tell you what you have done. And by the way, I don't for a minute get excited about having future conversations about local control. We've had it, 6 months now since the January conversation when you took away municipality rights. We've had years now since you took away county board rights. So call me crazy. I'm not too excited that, I'm not too sanguine that future conversations are going anywhere when we've known that these issues exist and they're not in this bill. But let me tell you something that does exist. And this is what we have to show for energy policies under the Pritzker regime of 8 years. ComEd, for those in Chicago, congratulations. You now have the highest power rates you've ever had. Starting Monday, you're at a record, 19 cents. That's up a third in 6 years under Governor Pritzker. For those of us in Ameren, I guess we should say thank you. We're only going to have the second highest power rates we've ever had, which last year was the first highest power rates we'd ever had, which, by the way, even at the second highest, we've almost tripled where we started when Governor Pritzker took over. So I don't care one whit about a trailer bill that doesn't lower my bill. The people that I represent don't care one whit about a trailer bill that doesn't lower their bills. And by the way, that's the per kilowatt price. That doesn't even address all the fees that sit on your bill. Last year, I had a year where my fees were more expensive than the cost of electricity itself, and the cost of electricity was already tripled. Highest rates in Chicago. Congratulations, ComEd customers. Second highest by a penny per kilowatt hour to last year's highest rates ever for all of us Amerens, which is still almost triple from when Governor Pritzker took over. When are we going to start serious in this state about pricing all of us out of Illinois? People can't live here anymore. Trailer bills. Lower my power bill.